Welcome to another episode of Bedtime of the Damned. Today we're reading chapter 13 of Loreanne, Siren of the Damned. Um, Chapter name is New Allies. I'm trying to close my bottle of Coca-Cola. 1 second. Yes, I'm a real person recording this. I'm not a bot. I have a Coca-Cola bottle and I mess up my words sometimes. I'm a real person. Okay, so we left off the end of chapter 12 is Loreanne starting to talk to those four half demons in the cathedral. Um in the abandoned cathedral. So now she continues her speech. She steps closer. No weapons, no threats, just truth. I watched. I listened. I handed names over like numbers on a page, Siren says. I believed his threats, believed that if I stepped out of line, he'd take what I had left. Her voice trembles, not with weakness, but with memory. But then I realized something. One looks each one of them. She looks each one of them in the eye. He isn't death, one of them scoffs. He said. He lies, Siren cuts in, louder now. She drops the ribbon Kane brought back at their feet. He said he'd kill a baby. He said he'd end a girl's life if I defied him. But he didn't. He couldn't, because he's not death. He doesn't decide who dies. A whisper from the girl with the blade. Then what is he? He's fear, Siren says. That's it, and we've been giving him power he never earned. Silence, but then a boy in the shadows rises. Half his face is scarred. His hands glow faintly red from magic that hasn't faded yet. What if you're wrong? The boy asks. Then I'll take the punishment. For all of us, Siren says without blinking. But if I'm right. She steps into the center of the room, her voice rises, shaking the dust from the walls. Then it's time we stop surviving and start fighting. One by one, they step forward, not ready, not fearless, but willing, because the siren didn't just give them a choice, she gave them hope. They stay in the cathedral until the sun begins to rise. Not one of them sleeps, not the girl with the cracked blade across her back, not the boy who hasn't spoken his own name in months, not the twins who can only hold each other's hands after that letting go, afraid that letting go will snap whatever humanity they have left. And not Loreanne. She sits on the steps of the altar, arms resting on her knees. I apologize. Arms resting on her knees, eyes scanning every inch of them, watching the way pain made them fold in on themselves, the way they've stopped believing they deserve to stand up straight. Still think you're alone in this? Kane asks softly beside her. I think I've been wasting time thinking survival was enough, Siren answers quietly. At some point, the girl with the blade comes forward. Name's Noelle, 17. She made a deal on her mother's deathbed, promised she'd find a way to cure her cancer. Lucifer didn't promise to save her mother, he promised to end the suffering. So he took her soul instead. Noelle hasn't smiled since, until Loreanne offers her hand, and Noelle just barely takes it. They talk. They eat what Kate scrounges up, the sharpened weapons that haven't been touched in months. Come on, Miley. You can do this. For some reason, I always yawn when I read out loud. I don't know why. It's just a thing. I can't help it. I'm sorry. And Lorianne tells them everything. How the pain consumed her, how the devil appeared in her room like a dream she didn't ask for, how he offered her peace and she said yes, and how that deal shattered her until she realized the truth. He needs us more than we need him. He recruits us to be his hunters, Lorianne tells the group, but we know darkness better than he ever will. The boy in the hoodie finally speaks. We were never hunters. We were bait. Not anymore, Lorianne says with a nod. She pulls out a journal, pages with Pages filled with notes, names, places, souls she didn't turn in, ones she saved. We start here, Kane says. We start small, but we start. What if he finds us? Noelle asks quietly. Loreanne smirks. Let him. I hope he does. The group goes still. If he finds us, Loreanne says firmly, that means he's scared. And he should be. They spend the rest of the day preparing. Kane teaches the twins how to detect shadow demons. The boy learns to cast wards. Noelle trains like her life depends on it. Because it does. Loreanne watches it all unfold. She isn't their leader. She's their reminder that even in the devil's web, you can choose to burn it down. And there you go. Yeah, find me on TikTok, find me on, well, I don't know what else you could find me on. On the earlier chapters, I posted Siren's link in the description, her Twitch channel, so you can find me in her chat as well. So yeah, basically, if you want a signed copy, just find me somehow. Right. See you next time.